Assalamu alaikum. This is Sadia Kuram. Dear students, today's topic is Constitution of 1973. This is our chapter number 3, Constitutional Development in Islamic Republic of Pakistan. So first of all, I will share the background of the constitution making, then I will explain the salient feature of Constitution 1973. So as you know, there are three basic constitutions in our country, Constitution 1956 and Constitution 1962. You have studied in the class, so this is Constitution of 1973. At the end of the Constitution 1962, you have studied already that General Yahya Khan abrogated the Constituent Assembly Constituent Assembly and also the Constitution of 1962 and imposed martial law. However, he promised to frame a new constitution for the country through an elected Constituent Assembly. So he also promised that he also managed the new elections, general elections in the country, and this new Constituent Assembly will make the new constitution. So as per his promise, the new constitution would be prepared by the Constituent Assembly elected through the votes of the adult people of Pakistan. For this purpose, there was prepared a legal framework order, LFO. It is called LFO. So LFO was called as the draft or the legal framework order. In this legal framework order, there were the duty of the people to maintain the guiding principles regarding the electoral procedure and further constitution. So the LFO was made or issued in March 1970, and it contained all the principles about the elections and the new constitution in the future. So you have to learn about the legal framework order in the sense that it was a document in which all the rules were written about the electoral procedure and the future constitution. Then general elections were held in the country in December 1970, and the elected representatives will prepare a constitution according to the promise of the Chief of Army Staff. So for this purpose, the elections were held, but soon after the elections, unfortunately, there were some political crises appeared, which led to the separation of East Pakistan from the United Pakistan, and it was happened in December 1971. So the process of the constitution making was being stopped. East Pakistan became a separate independent country called Bangladesh. After the separation of East Pakistan, the elected representatives of new Constituent Assembly after the elections were called to frame a constitution. So our 25 members committee comprising representatives of both the government side and the opposition was interested to draft a permanent constitution. And remember, this constitution is also called permanent constitution because this constitution of 1973 is also enforced till now, and because of this it is also called permanent constitution. The draft prepared by the committee of 25 members, and it was approved in April 1973. So the constitution was enforced in the country on 14th August 1973. So there are three things which you have to learn and remember. First of all, legal framework order. It was a document that was published or issued in 1970, in which there were the guiding principles for the future election and the constitution. Secondly, general elections were held in 1970, and soon after the elections there were some political crises, and as a result of these crises the separation of East Pakistan came into being as the separation of separate country Bangladesh, called Bangladesh. Third one is that after the separation of East Pakistan, a 25 members committee which was comprised of the government side and as well as the opposition side, they draft a permanent constitution, and this constitution was approved in April 1973 and it was enforced in the country on 14th August 1973. So this is the background of Constitution 1973. Now I will explain some important salient feature of Constitution 1973. So first of all, as you know that every constitution was based on objective resolution, and I told you about the objective resolution. I explained objective resolution and the salient features many times in the class. That objective resolution was a mini constitution. It was not the real constitution. It was prepared in 1949 and it was enforced from 1949 till 1956, and it was totally based on Quran and Sunnah Islamic teachings. So all the constitutions are based on the objective resolution because objective resolution was based on Islamic teachings. The country was declared Islamic Republic of Pakistan. As you know, every constitution is having this line and this rule, and Islam was made the official religion of the state. So for the first time in this constitution, there was the definition of a Muslim, those who have implicit faith on oneness of Allah and the last holy prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they will be called Muslims. So this is the definition of Muslim which is written in the Constitution 1973. After this, it is written that the head of the state and the head of the government, President and Prime Minister, will be restricted Muslims. So President and Prime Ministers must be Muslims. So the objective resolution was also included in the Constitution as its preamble. As I told you, in every constitution, starting of the Constitution, that objective resolution is the part of every constitution. So the federal parliamentary government was introduced, and in this system, and I told you about the definition of federal parliamentary system many times in the class, that where the provinces will have full autonomy and the federal government will not interfere in the responsibilities of the provinces, and the federal government will be the head of all the provinces in the state. So federal parliamentary government was introduced. In this, the Prime Minister will be the head of the government, and he had all the authorities and he had all the power to run the administration of the government, and the President could not pass important orders without the acceptance of Prime Minister. So this is the basic thing which was the part of Constitution 1973, that all the Prime Minister was delegated wide power and President could not pass important orders without the permission of Prime Minister. Next, a parliament consisting of two houses was established for the first time in this constitution. It was written that there will be two houses, the house of upper house, the house that is called Senate, and the lower house that is called National Assembly. In the National Assembly, we elect our representatives through our vote. So at that time it was written that National Assembly and Senate will be the two houses of parliament. So that was the first time. The provincial governments were granted autonomy. As you know that in the federal government system, the provinces are having the autonomy through the constitution, and they have all the independence for performing their responsibilities. So the provinces and the provincial government were granted autonomy. In order to protect the rights of the people, the necessary safeguards were provided to ensure the independence of judiciary. So judiciary means the courts of the country. So all the courts of the country's judges and lawyers and judiciary, these are all called judiciary. So the judiciary of the country will be free from any type of the political pressure, and they will be free in their performance. Okay, though after that there will be the, and all these things were written in this Constitution 1973. So it was also written that there will be the Islamic Ideological Council, and it was set up to guide the government in connection with Islamic principles. So this is a consultative body of the people who will recommend different type of the options or things to the government, and they will also they will check the rules and regulations that if there will be any rule which will be contrary to the principles of Islam, so it will be amended. So this was the basic thing which is included in the constitution, that there must be an Islamic Ideological Council, and the council gave its opinion on the laws which are contrary to Islam. So the council is also have the right to make the recommendation to bring the existing laws in the consonance with the Islamic teachings. So as I told you earlier that the Islamic Ideological Council was being set up and it was written in the Constitution 1973 that there must be an Ideological Council, and the duty of the Ideological Council was that this Ideological Council will check all the rules and regulations which were written in the Constitution, and if any rule or law will be contrary, it means opposite to the teaching of Islam, so they will give the opinion to the government to change or amend this specific rule, and to amend the rule, and to observe this rule, and to amend the rule, and all the rules and regulations must be according to the Islamic teaching. So that's all for today. These are the constitutional principles and important salient features which are written in your book, and it is the important part of your book. So the Constitution of 1973 is still in force, although with some amendments in the Constitution have been incorporated, but it is our permanent constitution, so that's why it is called permanent constitution, because it is in force till now. So you have to read these points very carefully and underline all the important lines and dates. This is a very important constitution and very important topic of this chapter. I hope you will understand all these salient features and background of the Constitution very well. Take care. Allah Hafiz.